But get much game footage out of this. Could you imagine if halfway through it came out as a horror genre?
Wintertide Miracles is a horror genre. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. The chainsaws come out, the zombies.
Oh, I would play it if it's that way. Absolutely. All right, Strano, weekly video game review, man. You ready?
Yes, sir. I think we got a lot of good titles to go over this week.
Absolutely, man. We're gonna kick it off with a little Persona 5 Strikers. Looks like a pretty sweet game. Comes out February 23rd. PC, Switch, PlayStation. Uh, this one I'm not real familiar with, man. I think it looks pretty cool. Graphically, it's kind of got that cool anime, obviously, look to it. And I'm sure being anime, it's probably got a pretty good storyline. So, what's your thoughts on it, dude?
I think it looks really exciting, especially the DC Comics meets anime look to it.
Yeah, it
really
is.
cool
I kind of
game.
like the combat system. I think it's cool how you can kind of queue up some abilities and stuff, and then unleash them all at once. There's like a lot of different characters to play in the game too. Um, I like the idea that you can kind of ambush your enemies, or you can just, you can find their weaknesses and kind of go straight for them that way. So a lot of different cool combat mechanics in this game.
Yeah, I like how the gameplay looks a lot like a Saturday morning cartoon. Really exciting, really fun.
True,
looking.
it does look like a Saturday morning cartoon, but folks, it's rated mature, so hide your kids. Don't let them play it. Uh, I'm not sure why. I got a feeling, being anime, there's probably going to be some boobies somewhere in the game.
Leave it to anime to put nudity in a game that doesn't need it.
Seriously. Yep. But looks like a cool game, guys. So Persona 5 Strikers coming out February 23rd. Check it out.
All right, what else you got for me there?
Next up, we got Rogue Heroes Ruins of Tesos. So this game, for whatever reason, reminds me of like the old Pokemon on Game Boy. I mean, graphically, it's a lot better. It's obviously in color, but back in the day, it kind of reminds me of that kind of feel and kind of look to it, the top-down way. But I was trying to, you and I've been talking about this, kind of got that Zelda feel a little bit too, don't it?
Yeah, it reminds me of Link to the Past from the old Super Nintendo days. Yes, sir.
True. And I guess the biggest thing I like about these top downs that a lot of them are doing is they're all procedural dungeons now. So every time you come into the game, it's going to be something different. It's going to be new. It's going to be different obstacles, and different look to the maps and stuff. So I really like procedural dungeons.
Yeah, it really gives you a lot of options and replayability to the game.
True. And this one's it's got typical game, typical RPG that you'd expect, guys. But I mean, it is got a demo on Steam right now. It does come out for PC and Switch on February the 23rd. So find you three more buddies and play through this thing on a four-man team.
The way you can play this, either local or online co-op, really allows you to play
Right.
with friends and family.
All right, my friend. Next we have Code Realize Wintertide Miracles.
That sounds like an exciting title.
Yeah, I know. Just this. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's heavy anime, and I'm sure it's heavy story based, and I'm sure if you like heavy story based anime that is like a love scene type thing, this is probably going to be great. For me, this is a magic marker mark off the list right here.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like we went from DC Comics meets anime to the Hallmark Channel meets anime. It's definitely different.
Yeah, different I think is a good word for it. Dude, I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know how to critique a game like this because I don't
Oh, you
play
know
them.
you'd play that. I mean, we don't get much get much game footage out of this. Could you imagine if halfway through it came out as a horror genre?
Wintertide Miracles is a horror genre. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. The chainsaws come out, the zombies.
Oh, I would play it if it's that way. Absolutely. I have a funny feeling though it's not that way.
Oh, yeah, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid it's what you see is what you
Yeah,
get.
I just seen a gun in the trailer, so that gives me a little hope. Maybe there's some bloodshed, but
Well, I think maybe you need to play it and see what happens.
Folks. Yeah, Cold Realize, Wintertide Miracles. If that suits your fancy, February 25th on Nintendo. Of course, it's Nintendo, but
I think you should do a walkthrough of it for our fans.
Would you? There's a lot of things I like to say you do, but I can't say it right.
You pervert.
Okay, so let's move along with something that's a little more RSP, a little more entertaining, maybe. Hot Brass.
Oh, that sounds better.
Looks pretty cool, man. Like, I know back in the day, I played SWAT, and SWAT was a really cool game. It wasn't quite like this exactly, but I mean, same principles where you had to find the right gear and find the right, like the grenades and Kevlar guns or whatever to complete the missions. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun.
It's 2021, so they can make some really nice characters, but I think there's something aesthetically pleasing about just using the icon to represent you.
I agree. I mean, for whatever reason, all these kind of games like this remind me of Among Us, and it has that Among Us type feel to it, to where it's got uses the shadows, and it's the way it's just the way it looks in general reminds me of Among Us. But this one I kind of like because it's obviously tactical game, but also it's 1 to 4 player co-op or online. I think also online co-op or local co-op. So that'd be kind of fun twist to it.
Yeah, I'd play this one with you. I mean, I'd pass on the Wintertide Miracles. I know you want me to get on there and play with you, but no, I would play this one with you, though.
You Stranos so much, jerk.
All right, so I think we got another indie title, and then we can move on to the featured.
One more, man.
Cool.
Bravely Default 2, which, this one to me is maybe should even be a featured title. I don't know. But anyways, we'll go over it real quick. It's for the Switch, comes out the 26th of February, but it just reminds me so much of a Final Fantasy game that I really want to play it. But it's got the Nintendo look to it, but it looks and feels like it's going to be like a Final Fantasy kind of a playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think they have that kind of MeWe look to them, but they also have that unique anime characteristic that puts them in that Final Fantasy look. I think what I've seen of the storyline and stuff, this is going to pull together really well, and looks like a fun one to play.
I agree. I mean, these kind of games, just like Final Fantasy, is based on the story and of course, the all well-known turn-based gameplay throughout. I mean, I love that combat style anyways. I mean, you're seeing some of it right here. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Single player, dude. Believe me, if this was multiplayer, I think it would be really awesome, but it's so hard to have a multiplayer turn-based game. I'm not sure how they would work out the mechanics of it.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can't do it. There's no way to design that. There's just something about a turn-based. It's just simply for your own pleasure.
True. But looks all right, guys. So Bravely Default 2 coming out for Switch on February the 26th. All right, so featured time. We got 4 good ones this week, guys. We're going to start us off with Hellpoint. Typical RPG, action, sci-fi game. Anybody that's a lover of Dark Souls is probably going to really enjoy this game. I think it looks great. Graphically, it looks really awesome. Of course, I love Dark Souls, so I'm going to give this a shot only because of what it looks like, it's going to be familiar, and it's co-op. I mean, so I think this is a game that Strano and I can jump on and play through.
It's really neat. I mean, he kind of has that Predator vibe. That's cool.
Oh yeah, he looks like a bad A right here, man. I mean, I think this trailer shows a little gameplay here in a minute too. But the cool thing is, this came out on PC sometime last year, so it's out for PC now. But it comes out on Switch on the 25th. So, in my opinion, I think Switch kind of needed another game like this, and kind of. I love Switch. We have one at our house to play all the time, but it needed a game like this to kind of broaden a little bit of what it has to offer.
Yeah, I mean, Switch, has a tendency to just do lunchbox titles, so it's always nice when they get a gritty game like this to come in. I like the fact that they really utilize the melee weapons, it looks like.
So yeah, typical RPG. You upgrade your gear, your weapons, and so on and so forth. So it's got the typical RPG feel for it, but it looks pretty dark, man. I think that's what's going to be kind of nice about it. I kind of like a good dark sci-fi action horror game.
Yeah, and like you said, the Switch needs a few dark games just to legitimize it as the leader in the console wars right now.
Oh, I agree, man. And it's, a game like this is fun for any platform, but I think Switch needed it. So, anyways, February 25th, guys, coming out on Switch. Check out Hellpoint.
Yes, sir. I look forward to playing that with you, wee pal.
Okay, guys, next up is probably something I've been looking forward to for a really long time. They are finally remaking Ghosts and Goblins for the Switch. Anybody that's...
Oh, you gotta love to see that Capcom logo.
Yes, dude. This game was... This is one that got me started, man. Other than Microsoft Flight Simulator, Ghosts and Goblins, dude, if you beat this game, which I did back in the day, you're a stud. That's all there is to it. You were a stud.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, good job.
I am looking forward to this game, man. I want my kids to remember how hard games used to be. Of course, some of the games are still kind of hard today, but this game, man, when it came out, whoo, it was hard. And I want my kids to have the same brutal experience that I had with it, and maybe they can learn to combine cuss words like I did back when I played this game.
True enough. You know, the thing about it, though, is difficulty and hardness. These games were punishing.
Oh, yes, they were.
They wasn't
Absolutely.
just hard. They were punishing. You got punished for dying.
Yes, they were. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You died, man. You go back to the start, you know. You don't get to... There is necessarily no save point or whatever. But as far as, like, the typical fighting style, it's just like it was, you know, gosh, 35, 36 years
Yeah, and
ago.
they updated the artwork, but it still looks true to the Ghost and Goblins I remember as a child.
Oh, yeah, man. This one I am stoked about. Check it out. February 25th for the Switch.
Yeah, and speaking of Capcom titles, isn't there an arcade version coming out?
Yes,
for
sir, there
the
is, man.
Switch?
They're Capcom Arcade Stadium.
And I've been watching this.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're taking a lot of the classics from mine and your childhood, and even maybe some before, but they're bringing them all together in, like, different packs. So there's going to be 3 packs of, like, 10 games, I think. So, like, as you can tell, there's 32 all together. And you can buy them all together. You can buy them in 10 packs separately. You know, it kind of depends on kind of what you like, I guess, and how they're breaking them up. But this is going to be great.
If you got a Switch, you are obligated to buy everything that Capcom releases. just saying.
Seriously, man.
I'm just saying.
And they pay us nothing, by the way.
No, nobody pays us anything. We have 25 subscribers.
Yeah, seriously. But the cool thing about it is they added just enough, you know, they kept the nostalgia to it, but they added just enough to kind of make it, you know, a little more likable for the new users. You know, like they now have ability to load and save the game. You can save your progress, I think, kind of like exactly where you're at. And you can load in, you can change up a lot of that kind of stuff. So the ability to load in to where you were at previously is something that we didn't experience as kids.
That's right. And it's everything you love about an emulator except for the jail cell.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And I noticed something else. I was watching this. Like they also added in, of course, difficulty levels, and also where you can speed up or slow down gameplay. So if you get better at something, speed it up, try to make it harder on yourself, and like it's replayability. I think they really did a good job.
Yeah, but
with
replayability for these older games was just inherent in the system. I mean, I still play these games.
I do too, man. And this right here is why now they're going to have global rankings, which is just like the old arcade where you wanted to be the top dog. Well, now they're going to have this, you know, worldwide where you can compete against or other people on your favorite Capcom game and still have the rankings. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun right here.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. There's lots of good games to choose from. If you can't find something in this lineup, I don't think you're trying.
I agree, man. There's a little bit of everything out there, something for everybody. But guys, more importantly, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like our content, and leave us a comment below. Let's talk about games that's coming up, games that you're playing right now. With this winter weather, Strano and I have had plenty of time to play some games. So just drop us a line, guys, and keep playing.